So, sister, in relationships, when there is any conflict, one person thinks that why should I always be the first one to say a sorry or make up? Let him or her approach first. How do you resolve conflicts in a relationship?
When I say, why should I be the one, then what
Yeah.
is and who is talking inside? It's my ego. It's my ego says, why should I be the one? You have to talk to your ego. You have to tell yourself, this relationship is very important for me. I care for this relationship. There's a very powerful line in Hindi which says, अपनों के लिए झुकना कमजोरी नहीं महानता है. So when you bow down for the ones you love, it is not weakness, it is greatness. And it's only going to make you more powerful. You know, you say harmony in relationship. Ek ne haar mani, harmony. Because actually both are right from their own perspectives. And the conflict is what? I am right, you are wrong. That's the conflict.
Yes.
Look at any conflict.
Yeah.
It's my ego which is saying, ego is, I am right, you are wrong. When we let go of that ego, we understand I am right from my perspective and you are right from your perspective.
So it's
That is self-respect. When I respect my opinions, I also respect your opinions. And we could be very, 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 very different, but it is okay. We've been on a long journey. We cannot be same.
okay.
And my perspectives and my opinions are dependent on many, 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 many things. The environment I have grown up in, the religions I have followed, the upbringing I have had, the kind of parents I have had, the education, so many things. So I and you cannot be same. One simple thing like some people will say eating with hand and the others who eat with spoon and fork. What is right? I may feel it is very royal and cultured and to eat with cutlery. And the other person may feel that, you know, this is something which comes from our culture. If you can't touch something that you are eating, how can you put it in your mouth? So they can justify. If you can put it in your mouth, you can't touch it. You can't hold it.
Right.
So you can have so much arguments on
Yeah.
this, but then each one is right because that's how they've been brought up. So instead of trying to understand them, you know, when we have high self-respect, then I understand I am right, but you are also right. We're just different. It's not about right and wrong. It's not about sahi and galat, alag alag. When I say I am right, you are wrong, the vibration that I radiate is negative, disrespect. And that creates a conflict and that creates a distance in relationship.
It's almost like, you know, I was just imagining while you were talking two cars that are completely out of control. They both are different. They both have different features. So obviously there will be conflicts or accidents, but then you just need one person or one car to be in control and to just accept.
Acceptance is the key to relationship. Acceptance is the key to relationship. Acceptance does not mean that I agree with everything you say.
Okay.
But acceptance is, okay, this might be right for you.
Okay.
It may not necessarily be right for me, but I accept that this is right for you. There's a lot of things that in the partner, there's so much that will happen. For example, there's somebody who lives in their home and prefers their home to be perfect and clean and uncluttered.
Yeah.
And then somebody else who says, it's my home. No, even if at my home, I will not live with ease, and even at my home I have to keep everything at proper place, and this should be here and this should be that, and how will I feel I'm at home?
Right.
Hannah.
Yes.
So they think home is where you can put anything anywhere and you can be comfortable. It is my home. And the other person feels, because it is my home, everything should be proper. I have to live here. It's going to be so cluttered, then here it will be cluttered, and how will I work?
Right.
So if we start arguing, we'll never come to a consensus. Never. Because I can't accept you and say, "Theek hai, it is my home, then let everything be the way it is. We'll put anything anywhere." I can only come to a conclusion and understand, okay, maybe it is okay for you, so I accept you. But still, I may feel that it is not okay for me. See, what happens when we accept people and respect people, in relationships, we come closer. So the energy exchange is pure. And when the energy exchange is pure, then the other person also starts to understand my perspective. And then they may or may not change, but at least they try to understand what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, we are just we're just talking and screaming and making all the noise, but nobody's understanding anything. And that is why we'll be like, I can't understand you. And the other person is, I also can't understand you.
Mm.
And then we'll be like, if we can't understand each other, why are we living together?
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to. The relationships are not as long lasting as they used to be before. When it comes to acceptance, so let's say every time one person keeps accepting and accepting the nature, the differences, wouldn't they be taken for granted?
What is acceptance? We don't understand. See, again, the word we like, we feel,
Mm.
haha, relationship may we should accept. But what is acceptance? Acceptance is that this is your nature, this is your sanskar, this is your habit, and I choose not to get disturbed by your habit. So, for example, there is some habit of yours which I don't like. It could be anything. You get up late, you don't keep things very clean, you're not very punctual, you don't come on time. Now, it is your habit and you are very comfortable with their habit and I am not comfortable. So in my mind I start thinking, how can they do this? How can they be like this? Why don't they change? How
Mm.
many times will I tell them I will only tolerate, I will only suffer? Is
Yeah.
this going to be my life? Now this is not acceptance.
Okay.
So this negative thinking, I'm not accepting, I have a lot of expectations, I haven't accepted. Acceptance does not mean they are right. Acceptance means that their habit cannot create disturbance within me. I will still choose to think right because what I'm feeling is not what they're doing. What I'm feeling is what I'm thinking about what they're doing.
Right. Now that totally makes sense, sister.
So my feeling has nothing to do with what you are doing because I don't know
Mm.
when they will change.
Yeah.
In a day, I meet 20, 30, 50 people. Everybody is going to have different set of sanskars, different habits. Now it is their habit and I will continue to suffer because what I am expecting is that people should be the way I want.
Yeah.
Just sit and ask yourself, how is this possible?
Yeah.
And even if you manage to change one person, you will not be able to change everyone. And if you create the sanskar of suffering at the cost of other people's habits, then you are choosing a life of suffering. And how many people will you change? And
Yeah.
if you put all your energies in changing them, just imagine what will happen to you.
Yeah. I mean, like you don't even have your own self in 100% control. So there's no way you can expect somebody else to be fully the way you want them to be.
Yeah, it's very easy to tell somebody you don't do like this. It's very difficult to tell yourself you don't get upset.
Mm.
Now, I can tell you, you do this, you be punctual, you be tidy, you be this, you be that. But
Right.
why can't I tell myself, even if they don't do this way, you don't get upset,
Yeah.
you don't create anger. At least, see, I have complete self control. No, it's better to talk to yourself. When I start accepting, in the sense when I'm not getting disturbed here, then I'm radiating very pure and powerful energy to that person.
Mm.
And when that person receives that energy and vibration from me, they want to change.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go out of our way to do things for people who we love, and we tell them also, it is only for you. This is not my cup of tea. I would have never done it. But
Yeah.
because you love them so much, you want to go out of your way to do it to make them feel comfortable
Yeah.
because you've received so much love from them. So when somebody receives a lot of respect and love for them, that's all what people want, huh? They want acceptance, love, and respect. And when they have somebody from whom they get this unconditional love and respect and acceptance, they want to change. They want to change. They want to change for you. They want to change. And they realize also, in some cases it could be difference of opinion, but in some cases they know they are wrong. ऐसा
Mm.
नहीं है. They know they are wrong. But your love, acceptance and respect empowers them to bring that change also. Na? It's very easy to tell somebody change, change, change. But to change you need power. So your acceptance becomes power for them to transform.
No, that's beautiful. Thank you, sister.